Hi team, welcome back. In this tutorial, we will see how we can configure command line interface from a Windows standpoint, how you can use that CLI to log on to AWS and things of that nature, and how we can also run various commands. Something as simple as, we list all our S3 objects, or for that matter, also create an S3 bucket as well. So let's get started. Please go ahead and log on to your AWS console. And the very first thing that you have to do is go ahead and click on IAM. One of the prerequisites, obviously, is please install your CLI or command line interface. I have a video for that, so please do browse my videos to get that information. All right, so I'm logged on to IAMs. So let me first go ahead and create a user. Right, I'm going to create a user and call that as touchbin. All right, you can give information about, you can click this if you want to give from an AWS Management Console access. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be logging in programmatically, but there is an option for that as well. So once you enter the username, go ahead and click next. You have various options where you can add user to group, copy permissions, attach policies directly. I'm going to go ahead and attach policies directly. Um, there are, well, hundreds, if not thousands of permissions policies here, but I will go ahead and click administrative access. This is pretty much going to give, it's almost like a root level access. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and give. Administrative access, scroll down, and then just going to go and click next. I think we should be good to go here. Just go ahead and click create user. All right, it's going to take a couple of minutes at least to get this going. While it goes and gets information about last activity, you don't really have to wait for that. Go ahead and click the username that you just created, and then the very next thing that you have to do is go ahead and get your security credentials created as well. Come down, you have something called access keys here. Go ahead and click on the button create access key, and there are obviously various options here. We will go ahead and use the very first one, CLI or command line interface. Okay. Um, Mind you, there's also a really nice terminal from standpoint, just like CLI, we have Windows. You can directly use AWS Cloud Shell and run your commands there itself. But this tutorial is more centered towards how you can use a CLI from Windows standpoint. You can also use an AWS Cloud Shell as well, which is right here. All right, I will go ahead and click this confirmation. It just tells that there is that AWS Cloud Shell as well, which you can explore. We will see how you can use AWS Cloud Shell in a different tutorial, but it is just a browser-based CLI, which can run commands directly if you um, if you fancy CLI, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click next. Description tag access, I'm just going to say it's touchbin CLI access. All right, go ahead and create an access key. Okay, my access key and secret key has been created. Please make sure this information is secure. Again, I'm very big on security. That's one of the most important things that you always have to cater towards. Don't share your secret access key with anybody. Obviously, if they can pretty much log in, right? So that's the whole point. All right, go ahead and download your CSV file. Okay, once that information is downloaded, all right, just go ahead and download that. Good. All right, so we can just go ahead and click done, and then the next thing that we have to do is go and get our command cmd prompt initiated, right? All right, this I was just trying to configure again. Very first thing, obviously, as I mentioned, I have already a video created on the whole AWS CLI, how you can download and install on Windows. Right, it's pretty much the same stuff for Mac OS as well. Um, One of the things you can do is, which you're gonna see on the screen is just to make sure your AWS CLI was configured accurately. Go ahead and use AWS dash dash version. Obviously, and this is redundant. I've already done that. All right, the next thing you have to do is go ahead and type in AWS Configure. All right, okay. Now that you have done, as I mentioned, security is top priority. I will go ahead and put all this information in here. I'm going to get my AWS Access Key ID right here. There you go. It's going to ask a secret access key, which obviously, well, no surprise, it is a secret. Copy that. I'm going to quickly get my command prompt to a different screen, put that information out there. Next thing it's going to ask me is default region name. Um, I will use an US East 2, and my default output format I'm going to use a JSON. Awesome. So I have put that information in. All right. I'm going to bring back my command prompt here. Okay, so before I go ahead and run a couple of commands, again, as I mentioned, this user pretty much has all the administrative access, so you can run a plethora of commands. But we will just restrict ourselves with running AWS S3 LS. All right, let's see the moment of truth. Okay, it does tell me that I do have two S3 buckets, so let's go ahead and confirm that. Um, Logging on to my console, go ahead and click my S3. It's loading. There you go. So we were now successfully able to list the S3 buckets we have from an AWS standpoint, right? Awesome. So this is one of the ways where you can configure your CLI command line interface if you're working from a Windows standpoint. Then you can log on. Obviously, you need to make sure it has whole administrative privileges. There are multiple privileges that you can give as well, but I'm just going to stick with administrative as I showed in this tutorial. And we can also just write a simple command just to see list of your S3 objects. All right, this is one instance. In the next tutorial, we'll see how we can use a CLI or command line interface to actually create an S3 bucket as well. Again, pretty straightforward once you know that how you can get all this IAM roles situated in the background. That's all that I have for you for this tutorial. If you like this video, obviously please give a like, right? Please comment as well. I really look forward to reading your comments. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will get to them for sure. Um, from a YouTube algorithm standpoint, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you.